everyone, so this is how I got rid of my acne video. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's been a long time coming, so stay tuned so if you want to know how I got rid of my acne. Alright, so I'm really sorry for the delay of this video. I've been wanting to do it for so long, but I just never had the chance to, and it was just a really difficult thing for me to tell you guys. I recorded it once before, but it just never came out the way I wanted to, so I finally now have decided to do it. It's been about a year that I've kind of, about like 6 to 8 months that I've been acne free. Now I still get a couple of blemishes here and there, but that's mainly with my menstrual cycle, so because I still get that, and it's really small little spots here and there. Like I have one right now, and then I have a couple down there, but it's nothing compared to what I had before. Previously I had really intense cystic acne, and I would get like those large nodules of cystic blemishes on my face, and so much that I'd get so many clusters that it would hurt, and it would always be down at my chin area. Now I'm going to insert a picture here, or like a clip of a video that I had from a long time ago so you can see. So that was what my skin looked like, and it was really painful and very difficult for me to just do anything and apply. I just felt so ashamed. It's really difficult when you have intense acne and cystic acne where you just can't get rid of it, and it's really hard for you to, you know, get through your day without thinking about it, without looking in the mirror and thinking that your skin looks horrible. So I totally understand the pain and the suffering that most of us go through. So now on to how I got rid of it. So I went to my dermatologist. If you've seen any of my previous acne videos, I do go to my dermatologist frequently, as much as I can. I don't have insurance, so I do pay out of pocket. So it can be quite expensive. So I totally can see how any of those who don't have insurance can't afford this, and it's really difficult to do it. But those of you who do have insurance, I highly recommend for you to go to see a dermatologist, not a physician, but a dermatologist. That way you can tell them your story and they can help you through this. So I went to the dermatologist about 4 times previous to this recent visit, and he had recommended me on several different types of regimens, which were mainly just oral medication like an antibiotic or a topical ointment. And I had done those for about 2 years, and initially the topical ointment and the antibiotic would work really well, and my skin would clear up and it'd be beautiful. And then about maybe 6 months into it, my skin would get bad again. It would just start to break out, and all the cystic acne would come back. So it was very difficult because it was such a seesaw thing. It would go away and then it'd come back, and it would go away and then come back, and it was just so difficult. And so back in last year, December, 2011, December, I went to the dermatologist, and he had talked to me about my whole story, and I told him that, you know, I really want something that's a little bit more permanent, something that'll last a little bit longer than a couple of months, and something that I can just, you know, don't have to fuss with, because topical ointments get messy and you have to repurchase them, and they're quite expensive, especially if you don't have insurance. So yeah, he had told me that I had basically 2 options, and that was to take Accutane, which is a very popular acne medication, but it has has a lot of side effects, and the side effects are very crucial. For instance, they do a lot of kidney damage. You know, they just have a lot of organ damage, and I didn't really want to do that. So that was one of my options. And he also told me my second option was to take birth control. Now, I knew that birth control has been used before by a lot of women to treat your acne and also to regulate your menstrual cycle. And so I asked him about that because I was pretty much like going to say no to the Accutane thing because it was just too much. I think that I knew my acne was bad, but I didn't think it was enough for me to have organ damage or want organ damage to fix it. So I decided not to explore that option, and I asked him about more information about the birth control. So he had told me that there are a lot of good successful stories of women who take birth control and have severe acne, and it helps the acne go away, also helps regulate the period, and also after they stop taking the birth control, after like a year or so, their acne goes away entirely. So that was one of my questions to him, was if I take this now after I stop taking, because you can't take birth control forever because it does tend to irregulate your hormones, and it can cause a lot of damage to your breast and feminine organs, because it's it's like a hormone replacement, so you're just adding more and more estrogen to your body, and it can cause a lot of things. So I was quite scared about that, but he had told me that if I just regulate it and I get, like, you know, mammograms and stuff like that, and just to monitor everything, that everything should be fine. So I chose that option and decided to take birth control for not just for my acne, but also because I had some irregular periods. My period would be like on and off very weirdly. So that was also a reason why I wanted to take it as well. So it was really killing two birds with one stone. So I went to my physician because dermatologists can't prescribe you birth control. So I went to my physician, and she had also understood my case and had told me that it was a good idea, that she was going to prescribe me for a year, and I wouldn't see results out until after 3 months. So that was another thing. I had to wait and be patient and take the birth control for 3 months, and after the 3rd month I would be able to see my skin clearing up. And let me just say that is completely true. After the 3rd month my skin cleared up drastically. I started taking it in January, and about mid-March, my skin started to clear up drastically. And I don't know if you could probably see now that my skin is quite clear. I do have scarring, which I'm going to do a video another on. I do have a lot of scarring, but I'm also going to talk about a couple of things that have been helping with the scarring and stuff. So the type of birth control he prescribed me was Trinessa. I think that's how you spell it, Trinessa. I'll put the word right here. And that was the type he gave me. It's quite inexpensive because, like I told, my doctors both know that I don't have health insurance, so I told him that I would probably, if there could be, he prescribed me another brand, but he knew that I wouldn't be able to afford it on a monthly basis, so he prescribed me one that was very similar, kind of like a generic version of it. And so I pay about $8 a month for the birth control, and it works really well. So I've gotten great results with it. Like I said, I still get the occasional blemish, but from that point on, after the 3rd month, I have pretty much been just working with my scarring, because that's another thing that I've been wanting to conquer. So yeah, it was really, I understand that if you're young, like you're in the age of like 15, it's really difficult for you to ask your parents for birth control. I'm 21, so I pretty much could do it on my own. But if you're young, it's a lot difficult, and you probably wouldn't want to take it at such a young age because it can cause a lot of damage. And I know that even 21 is quite young, but I feel like your body's a little bit more developed at this age. So if you are young, I would ask you to talk to your parents about it and your doctors and see how they stand and what they feel about it. But if you're over the age of 20 years old, I think that you can go to your own doctor and talk to them about it, and they can explain to you what they recommend for you, because everybody's different. So for me, this worked really well, but for you, it might work differently, and you might be able to get rid of it with just some benzocaine, which is a topical ointment, or some antibiotics. So this is just one case where this worked for me. Now, I do have worries about if I do get off, because I can't be on it forever, because it does, like I said, it does affect your breast and your other feminine organs. So, because it gets a lot of hormones in your body. So I feel like hopefully this will help clear me up, because my dermatologist did tell me that there have been cases where women just don't have as much acne as they did before, like it pretty much cleans it out of your system. So hopefully that works really well. If not, then I'll have to see what happens from then on. But I've been really blessed to have this. I'm really glad that my skin cleared up really well, and I just responded really well to it. I'm on my 7th month, or I'm on my 8th month of taking it. So yeah, I'm pretty much really well into it. My skin has cleared up a lot, and I'm just so glad that it panned out this way. Now, talking about scarring and occasional blemishes, one of the biggest things that I like to use for my blemishes is something I talked about in my skin routine. I'll put the link below. It's probably my favorite acne treatment at the moment, just because it has 5% benzoyl peroxide, which is a really great amount. And it does really well at drying out any kind of pimples or acne. This is the Roche-Posay Effaclar dual action acne treatment, and I have the face wash of this as well, and it's really great. But it is the best acne treatment I've had in a long time, as well as the Pierre Thomas Roth Sulfur Mask. I don't want to get that out, but it's over there. It's really great too. I found that benzoyl peroxide and sulfur work the best with my blemishes. So I don't respond very well with salicylic acid at all, but I've found that this works really well. Now, if you have very sensitive skin and you know that salicylic acid doesn't work well for you, I recommend trying benzoyl peroxide, because it does dry out your skin, but and not in a way that it like starts to crack, because when I would use salicylic acid, it would like hurt my skin. Like it would not, the blemishes would just get worse. So I definitely recommend trying something like the Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo. I'll put the link below at where you can buy it online. It's really, really great, and I would not go a day without wearing this because it's great. And it's also great at preventing acne too. So if you regularly break out in a certain area, like for me it's my chin area, you could apply this like just a tiny amount in that area every day, and it'll help prevent acne as well. And it'll help prevent the congestion of like whiteheads. So this stuff is really great. Now for my scarring, I've been using this a lot, which I actually picked up at TJ Maxx, but I know they sell online too, so I'll put the link below. But this is Robanda Pigment Control, which has retinol, which is vitamin A. Now retinol or vitamin A, which is the same thing, work really, really well at lightening the skin. You can use this for discoloration, not just scarring, but discoloration and stuff like that on your skin. It is awesome. I have seen great results with this. I'll have to do another makeup video so you guys can see my skin without makeup, but it's great. It's really, really awesome. I know a lot of other brands do stuff with retinol, like you can get a lot of retinol stuff with the drugstore.com website. They have a lot of really great stuff. But this one I just purchased because it was really expensive. I paid like $7 for it, and it was at TJ Maxx, and as you know, I love TJ Maxx. So I just saw retinol and vitamin A, and I thought this is great. I did some research on it, and I've seen that a lot of women do like it. So yeah, I really like it. I use it almost every night. I don't apply it during the day because you may know that retinol does tend to make your skin very sensitive to the sun, so it's not good to wear it in the morning or daytime. So I only apply it at night. It smells quite weird, but it's really great product. I've actually made like I'm about a quarter way in, so yeah, I really like this stuff. But it's pretty much any kind of retinol or vitamin A product works really well for scarring. Anything with glycolic acid will also help with scarring, but I've just really been loving this retinol stuff. So yeah, love, love, love that because it just works so well, especially with like larger surface areas, because you can just smooth it over the skin, which is great. So that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful for those of you who were asking me. I had about 4 or 5 comments where people were pretty much demanding this video, so hopefully this doesn't disappoint and you guys understand my story and my struggle with this. But I'm just really, really happy that it's pretty much subsided now. I couldn't be any more happy. This is what I've always wanted, and I've never had such clear skin in such a long time that it just feels really good. I can take a deep breath and relax. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and had a great time watching. Thanks so much for your patience. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!